Hello, everybody. This is Witcher the Wizard coming to you once again for your Twin Flames, the Twin Within Energy Report for May 19th through the 25th. So, we just had the Scorpio full moon last night, and I'm not an astrology expert, but I was listening to a lot of people talk about basically the planets and what's going on with the full moon. The gist of it was that there are so many planets that are in their home sign right now. Whether it's um, Jupiter is in Sagittarius, that's its home sign. Saturn is in Capricorn, that's its home sign. Venus is in Taurus, that's its home sign. Um, there's a couple more. I know that the moon's north node is in Cancer, which the moon rules over Cancer, so that's significant. And then Uranus is also in Taurus, and so Uranus being in Taurus, it just made that shift into its long 7-year cycle. That's significant in that it's calling for us to create something new in terms of how we create abundance in our lives. So this 7-year cycle that we're in with Uranus and Taurus is all about creating something new in terms of how you create abundance in your life. And so with that, so this full moon, I think the significance of the Scorpio full moon is that while it's a full moon, and full moons normally we talk about the sort of the ending of cycle, the harvest, and the new moons are usually about starting something new. What's unique about this full moon is that it very much seems to be kind of more like, as far as an ending goes, more like the World card, where the World card is both an ending and a beginning all at once. And so this Scorpio full moon seems to be both an ending and a beginning all at once. And it really relates to coming fully into who you are, coming home to yourself, and letting go of anything that wasn't you, because especially Chiron and Aries is all about the self, right? Healing those issues around the self, um, and so it's really about letting go of anything that's not you, so that you can really focus on what is you, so that you can create a better abundance, a new way of abundance, creating abundance in your life. So with that, I'm going to get right into it. As you know, the Twin Flame, my Twin Flame channel focuses on the Twin Flame journey to be united with the Twin Within. That is the part of you that is your shadow self, the part of you that is unacknowledged, unintegrated. That part of you can be very strongly reflected in another person, and that's who we often call our twin. Or when we get angry with them, we call them our karmic twin or our catalyst twin. But it is that shadow self within you. And when I say shadow, I don't mean that in a negative term. It's just the part of you that it is not really acknowledged and integrated. It's not seen, so it kind of lies in the shadow. And so that's the part that we want to connect with. We want to acknowledge and integrate, so that we can become a balanced person. We're already whole and complete. So you, in whatever state that you're in your life right now, you are already whole and complete. But you can become more balanced. And as you integrate your shadow side, you can become more effective in what you do in life. You're going to become more aware of what your true passions are, what your true loves are. You're going to become aware of your true sort of skills and strengths and direction in life. And as you embrace those things, manifesting the life that you want is going to become a lot easier. It's just going to start. You're going to stop swimming against the current, and you're going to start swimming with the current. And your life's just going to get better and better. And the things that you truly care about, which will be reflected in the world around you, will start to come to you. So if you truly care about having that incredibly good, soulful partnership, as you integrate your shadow and come into union with yourself, that will get reflected in your external world, and that partnership will show up for you. So you do the work within, you come into union with the twin within, and that will get reflected in your external universe. Okay? So I'm pulling a card for the feminine energy and the masculine energy, and then we'll tie it all together with an oracle card. All right, so this is the energies for the week of the 19th, May 19th through the 25th. So the feminine energy is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so that really goes with the theme of the Scorpio full moon. We have been in a situation where maybe we're not, we're not manifesting. First of all, we're manifesting 24/7. So it's not about are you manifesting or not manifesting. It's what are you manifesting. So we're always manifesting. What are we manifesting? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse seems to say that we are not manifesting what we really want. So we're not being true to our soul's desires. So you have two sets of desires, right? You have your soul's desires, and then you have your mind's desires. Some people call the mind the ego, and basically those are the stories and the rules that we set up in our conscious mind based on our limited understanding of the world around us. And sometimes those stories and rules help us greatly in our pursuits in life, and sometimes they unwittingly work against us. And so the trick is to figure out which one of those stories is working for you and which ones are working against you. Change them and rewrite those stories, rewrite the program in your brain to help you manifest the life that you want. So the feminine energy is saying that we are currently not manifesting the life that we want, and we need to change our story. We need to review what's going on and judge what's working for us and what's not working for us. And once we do that, and you have to really get honest with what you want in life. And then when you do that, you have to then step past the fear that we all have, that lie of the lack, the universe of lack and limitation, and have faith that even if what we want is doesn't seem like it's something normal and usual and that will bring us success and happiness, we'll have faith that if we embrace that and do it, it will bring us success and happiness, and it will fulfill all of our needs, right? That's the faith. Because it's not going to, rarely is it going to show up in your life such that you say, yeah, if I take a chance on doing my soul's desire, that there's plenty of examples in the world that show me that this is the right thing to do, right? A lot of times we just have to take a leap of faith. But trust me when I say that it works. This has been my journey for the last 2 years, and taking that leap of faith, and every small step that I've taken, at every point, the universe, after I've taken that step, has shown me, yes, positive things are coming. It's working out. If I've been in alignment with my soul's true desire, right? That's the trick. So you got to know your soul's true desire. Then you have to take that leap of faith and get into action to pursue that, even though maybe you have no idea if it's going to work or not. And the universe isn't giving you any examples, giving you any green lights that it will. Just do it. take small steps. You don't have to take a huge leap. Take small steps, and you'll start to see that those small steps are being rewarded. Right? That's why it's so important to keep a manifestation journal. So it's really great to have a gratitude journal, just to remember like 3 things that that happened during the day that you were really grateful for. But what's even more important is to have a manifestation journal. So before you go to bed, write down all the things that you manifested, no matter how small they are. If it's something that just showed up in your life and you were, suddenly like, wow, like I kind of made a shift and suddenly this thing just showed up, put it in your manifestation journal to retrain your brain to realize that you are manifesting positive things in your life as you put yourself into action to follow your heart's and soul's desire. Okay. So, so the feminine energy was a Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So we need to start to review what's working and what's not working for us. And then the masculine energy is the Justice in reverse. Then we got to take that next really difficult step and cut those things that are not working for us out of our lives. And I know that change is difficult. I struggle with it. It's really difficult. Sometimes, there's some people that can just make changes very easily, very quickly. I envy those people. For most of us, even if we know something isn't in our best interest, but it's been a part of our lives for a long time, it's really difficult to take the steps to cut it out of our life. It's really hard. And so there's no judgment on any of that. But, we've got to do it. And again, start small steps. It's okay. I remember when I was cutting sugar out of, my coffee, and I would just put half of the sugar in that I used to in, and I would drink it like that until I got used to that taste. And then I would cut that in half, and I would drink it like that until I got used to that taste. And then I would cut that in half. And, at this point, we're talking like a half or a quarter of a pack of sugar. It was just a small amount. But I could still taste it. And, when I got down to that tiny, tiny amount of sugar, I finally went to no sugar. And eventually that tasted normal. And so you take those small incremental steps, and it makes it easy. If you try and go, cold turkey on something, it's pretty difficult. But if you cut it down incrementally and allow yourself to adjust to it, then it makes it a lot easier. But we do need to cut those things. I mean, make a list and work on that list over time. But when it goes back to, I don't know what I was saying a couple of weeks ago, where are you investing your energy into? Wherever you invest your energy into is what the universe is going to give you a return on. The universe is actually pretty solid about wherever you invest your energy, it will give you a return on that. It may not be what you want, but it will give you a return on that. And so it's really important to know where we are investing our time and our energy and our commitments. And are those things helping us or hurting us? And if they're helping us, then we got to take the hard step and cut them out, right? So Justice in reverse is saying that we are really struggling with cutting those things out of our lives that we need to cut out. And that can be even like, foods that you shouldn't be eating anymore because they don't work well with your body. Stuff that you need to get rid of, clothes that you haven't worn in a while. I struggle with that too. I've got to get rid of some clothes that I just don't wear anymore. And they were some of my favorite, going out to clubs, shirts and things like that I love. They're high quality clothes. I pay a lot of good money for them. But those days are just kind of gone. I don't really do that. I don't live in, a huge city. And I'm not going out to nightclubs every weekend, or I'm not going out to lounges and having cocktails with coworkers and things like that. And it's okay. Like that was a great part of my life, and I loved it. And I love those clothes, but I really need to just clean up that space. And if I get that out of my life, I can give it to somebody who is in a space in their life where they do need that, they want it, they're going to take advantage of it, and they're going to really enjoy it. And so, and I'm going to feel good about, getting it to somebody who's really going to enjoy wearing those, fancy shirts and things like that. So let's do it. Let's use our masculine energy to go ahead and make those cuts that we need to make, and clear out that energetic space in our life so that we can redirect that energy into something that's going to produce the results that we want, right? And I know you don't, maybe it's hard to believe, but even those shirts being in my closet right now, not doing anything with the door closed, is taking up part of my personal energy. It really is. That's how it works. I can't explain how it works. I just know that it works that way. And so let's go ahead and make those cuts so that we can start to manifest what we want in life. All right? Okay. So the Oracle card. Ooh, I even remembered to do the Oracle card this week. I forgot last week. Wow. So it's number 50. It's the Compass. And I love those cards by Colette Baron-Reid. They're very beautiful. I love the cards from this deck as well, from Corrine Kenner. It's the Wizard's Tarot. Beautiful. Let's see, 50. Let me read that for you. Compass. As long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. Boy, that's the truth. And the compass is great, points you in the right direction, but then, like the masculine energy, you got to actually take action. You got to put yourself in action. So it's not going to do us any good if we make a list of the things that we need to cut out in our life if we don't actually cut them out. So just saying. All right, the compass upright. You are entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. Very true. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. Yeah, that's great. And it works really well with, the energies right now as we're going through the Scorpio full moon. And we're getting our compass set to true north so that we can start to manifest all this abundance in our lives. And it's going to help us to cut out the things that we don't need anymore in our life. And as you do that, as you cut those things out of your life, it makes tapping into your true north so much easier. It really does. If you don't have all this clutter, all the old stuff cluttering up your life, it's so much easier to stay on track with your true north. So that's the message for the week. If you liked it, please click like and subscribe and share. And if you're interested in doing getting a rune reading with me, then I'll have the information below. Other than that, have a great week. Be well, be healthy, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.